All right, rundown. It is Monday. It is July 11th.
Why not?
Am I right?
10th.
10th. The 10th. Brought to you by Lisa Mattresses. You get $100 off for those long-time stoolies. You know, it's in the past, in 75, if you waited, if you're like, it's going to go up, you're right. It took years to go up, but it's up, so don't miss this. It could go back down. Whatever can go up can go down. That's how the stock market and the mattress game work. So $100 off any premium mattress. Click on the link. Doesn't matter if you buy this thing today, tomorrow. You bank that $100 when you need a new mattress. I have Lisa mattresses all throughout my houses. They're great. I like sleeping on them. Do you?
I sleep on a Lisa King.
Lisa King. So there you go. Rone, welcome to the rundown. You were saying big moment for you.
This is a huge moment in
Career defining.
This is huge. I can't fuck this up. If I start throwing up, you know why. I'm just a little nervous.
Okay, so welcome, and we're gonna start with Lena Dunham, your girl, KFC, back in the news. Your shoes are distracting me. I'm not gonna let that happen. I don't know what those are. What are those? I'm officially distracted.
Adidas. EQT support. See? 97-17, I think they're called.
Do you wear new sneakers every day?
Not every day, but pretty often.
I thought Adidas was 3 stripes.
See those?
I actually don't. I like those. I'd like them more if they got rid of the pink. I think
I like
the
them
pink,
because of the pink.
I think the pink ruins them, and
They have them without pink too.
They do.
Yeah, they have a bunch of colors.
okay. Well, the
Shout out
pink
to
stinks. Lena Dunham in the news. This is Friday, but we didn't have it on the rundown yet. So, if I'm understanding the story, she got a dog from a shelter and returned the dog 4 years later. Mm-hmm. 4 years.
4 years, and this is after she wrote, like, when she first got the dog, she was like, this thing taught me how to love. She wrote, like, a huge piece on
Instagram
it.
pictures
every
for
day. Years on end. Lammy this, Lammy that.
That's the dog's name, Lena.
Yeah, and then, poof, bails on him.
And the
Fucking
shelter
sends him back.
smashed, right?
Destroyed her. They were like, this dog had, she said that the dog had, like, 4 previous owners that were all abusive, and they were like, we checked the records. No, this dog like had one owner that returned it because they were like, I just don't have time to have a dog. So there was no issues. They were like, if there's any issues with this dog, it's
4 years.
So they said if there's any issues with this dog, it's because of how you were the owner, which is so fucking true. It's like sometimes, yeah, like I'm not the best dog owner ever. My dog probably has problems too, but I'm not gonna bail on it. So she needs to just own up and
Why
admit
aren't you a
the
good
fact.
dog owner?
I'm saying like I'm just not like the most proper by the book owner. You know what I'm saying?
No. What do you mean?
Like I let him fucking eat people food. I let him
Oh,
like, jump in the bed, like shit like that.
That's like
yeah,
indulgent.
Yeah.
You were hinting at like things
No,
that I was
no,
very,
no.
very like, what are we told? This went down a
Not
dark
the best
path.
owner,
But
like,
this fucking
Smack
very
around the
quickly
dog
with
from time to
Duncan,
time.
like.
no way. Duncan's my guy. I'm
You
just
guys
saying,
ever
I don't
think
follow
about
the
giving
book.
back your dogs?
Even that, I'm saying like there are times where Duncan drives me fucking crazy, but you don't bail on him.
I didn't even know it was an
You don't
option.
return your fucking dog.
No,
and,
me neither. 4 years later. I mean that. And by the
and
way,
now she's got some fucking trainer coming out being like, this happens a lot. Dogs that get abused don't show symptoms for a long time.
till
Fuck
4
that.
years.
She's got some guy on the payroll. She just needs someone to come out and say, this is what happens.
It's how you get a name as a dog trainer. You get your name out there in the dog trainer world. You
Fuck
fucking
this
put
chick,
some
man.
Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham's the worst.
The worst.
But
and now the fact that you can add like dog abuser to the list, the worst. Fingered her sister, falsely accused a guy of rape, and now is a fucking dog abuser.
Does anyone like Lena Dunham? Does even like the feminists, like the fat, gross feminists, like?
Well,
like her?
I know when she campaigned so hard for Hillary that like even the Democrats were like, get this shit.
I saw tweets that were saying like one thing that conservatives and liberals can agree on.
They hate Lena Dunham.
Everybody
Lena Dunham.
fucking hates
But
Lena
somehow, you know, like 5 million followers. She had this hit TV.
Because
show.
Rose is
No.
Crazy. It's
But
like,
she was hot in the streets for a while, and then she
Now you
started
think-
opening her mouth.
all the fucking time.
The other part about it, even if you had abusive owners, wouldn't that make it like even worse than like the dogs don't? It's that old quote. It's like, I'm gonna butcher the quote, but it's like dogs the only animal that like if you like take them from poverty won't bite you. Like the difference between human and like dog. So if you treat the dog well for 4 years,
And that's the other thing. That she had all these pictures with like a cute dog like next to her face, and they were like, that dog doesn't have aggressive problems. Like you just,
If
you're,
a dog
you're
was
too lazy, you're too
abused, it
hostile.
wouldn't be able to be near your face, it would bite your face. She's a liar. She's lying.
She's a fucking lying drama queen. Fucking all she wants is attention. She's the worst.
so did she just didn't think the shelter would basically rat
Call
her out.
Yeah.
And by the way, a dog shelter who cares about dogs very much. If there was something with the dog, they'd never do that.
Right.
This is a no-kill shelter. This is like a very good dog shelter. They said this is only a one owner, and the owner just didn't have time for her. That was the only issue.
And that's
It
exactly,
wasn't abused.
that's exactly what's going on with Lena Dunham, too. She's an actress. She doesn't want to sit at home. She doesn't want to deal with the dog. It's like, you're just giving up on this guy. And of all people, wouldn't you just, like, pay somebody? You're
They also
There
rich.
has to be some sort of court of law that, like, you can't just do that and get away with it. Like, you have to be, like, severely punished, maimed,
Hit with a
something.
golf cart.
Something violently
Like that.
bad has to happen
imagine,
if you do that.
Imagine
to a dog.
Lena Dunham getting hit by a golf cart.
That would be beautiful. Can we put a bounty out on her? Prez, can you put a bounty out on Lena Dunham? $1,000 if she gets hit by a golf cart.
That's unrealistic, though. See, I want to keep this realistic if something like that could actually happen to her. Like, she's not going to get, that fat slob doesn't play golf.
That's why you just have to hit her on the street or something. Just catch her.
She should get bit. If you
should sick your dog on Lena Dunham.
no one cares about that. But if your dog bites Lena Dunham, then you get $1,000 cash.
She put a picture of her bloody underwear, panties, online, saying that her dog bit her in the ass. She put a picture of her underwear.
That's gross.
As
So
it's gross.
And then she complains.
Even if that
and she
happened, that's
complains
too
when
much.
when people
Too
like
much.
us say you're fucking disgusting. It's like you put your bloody underwear on the internet. What do you think was gonna happen? You put your fat body on the internet all the time. What do you think's gonna happen? You can't. She has no understanding of how the world or the internet works. It's like when you're fat and gross and you put a picture up, people are gonna call you fat and gross. When you put your bloody underwear out there, people are gonna say you're disgusting. When you talk about sushi culturally appropriating the fucking you're an idiot. She never shuts the fuck up, and she doesn't ever expect the backlash. It's crazy.
She said she got bit in the ass by the dog.
She said she got bit in the ass.
There's no chance. That's like
It's not a
cartoon shit.
right?
And she
Exactly.
bled? It's like the fucking copper
on.
tongue, fucking sunblock.
Give me a break.
no chance that
A
happened.
bag of milk. Pipe down.
Wimbleton, the only thing, we got All-Star Weekend, sports are dead. Wimbleton, I don't give a fuck about Wimbledon. I see this guy Hubs, you know Hubs, he's running around acting like this is fucking
Big tennis guy.
like Game 7 of the World Series,
Big
NBA
tennis guy.
Finals, Super Bowl, roll into one. He's got his dumbass Federer hat, which I used to
Whoa.
like,
Now you're off.
Hubs has almost ruined the Federer hat for me.
He wanted us to be quiet like they had to be quiet at Wimbledon.
He's wearing he looks like he thinks he could get called in to play at any
No,
moment.
you know he'd be like a good ball guy.
Ball
like,
boy.
Standing there
It's
all
just-
stone
he's
like.
silently infuriating me to watch the way he's watching it. I guess there's Federer's in a good match. It looked like whatever. Wimbledon is very smart in that it goes on when there's nothing else going on. So it's literally anywhere I was at, like a bar, anything. It's it.
It's also, it's like the Masters, right, of tennis. Like if this is the
Yeah,
one.
but if there were other things
Nobody would
going
care.
on, it's kind of like the hot dog eating contest. It's
Right.
like there's nothing
Dead
else on.
season, they'll put
Right.
on some Wimbledon.
But having said that, I will kind of like some of the theatrics that go on. We have this smoke tennis player. I don't even know her name. Can somebody Google this? Her dad. Oh, Hubs, you're right there. I didn't even know you were right there, man.
He's talking shit on him.
Are you actually kidding? You didn't know I was right here?
You're looking right at him as you
Literally
did it.
wearing the hat.
No, I saw you earlier. You were basically crawling across the bar.
Federer's playing. I'm gonna watch him.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Dominika Sibikova.
Dominika Sibikova,
Nailed it.
smoking hot. Her dad is in the news because
He looks ridiculous.
he
by
was
the way.
coughing in the other lady's
That's genius. That's a genius
Yep.
move.
Love it. And by the way, all these soft sports like golf and tennis where you have to be totally quiet, that's the only reason it allows it, because in quiet you start coughing, people are like, what is that? You should be able to make noise at tennis, you should be able to make noise at golf, but if you can't get mad at the fucking golf dad who's just coughing in the back.
Dude,
Ridiculously hot chick, by the way.
We're not talking about like a foghorn or some fucking a cough.
Cough's
If
a
you
brilliant
if you
move.
consider yourself like a professional athlete or a competitor in any way, shape, or form, and you can't perform through a cough,
But sometimes a
that's
little subtle
ridiculous.
thing
It's
is
worse than,
worse than like a huge loud noise, just like a little
I'd be lying if I said I ever played a game of beer pong in Beirut where I don't do the cough at least three
Oh
times.
hell yes!
And I wait till the pressure's on, and then I'll unleash real bad.
And
I'm
just
a mental
wait,
guy.
called
hold on a second.
competing.
Yeah, you have to do something like that. Just wait, it's not your
Yeah,
turn.
right.
Oh, is it your? And just as soon
Yeah.
as they're about to shoot it, that's the only way.
Yeah,
that's
that's
how you win, bro.
Psychological more
So-
than anything.
But then the icing on the cake is the way he looks. He's just absolutely,
crazy.
utterly absurd. I can't believe they even let him in the building at Wimbledon.
There's hot
Looks
chicks
like a
all
homeless
over the
guy.
place too in this Wimbledon. I
You
don't
see
know
her
how they're
brother
not
though?
famous. Yeah, it ripped to shreds.
He's ripped,
And
but she's got to be fucking her brother, though.
Yeah,
it was
very
a weird
strange.
pose.
She was like
Very
rubbing his abs almost.
Yeah, it was a weird pose.
Out on that.
Yeah, and Hubs, they fucking, you're our tennis guy. They just showed the picture. Make sure we get the picture of these two. Give Hubs the microphone.
I have the
They
microphone.
fucking,
What?
these two, they fucking.
100%.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
That's from the tennis
That's our
guy.
tennis
That's
guy.
from our tennis guy, Hubs. Are you still an intern or an employee? Employee. You are? Hubs is your employee? Who the fuck hired Hubs?
Nice.
When did you get hired?
A while ago.
May.
Fucking Hubs.
What about it?
So
Fucking
you're in,
Hubs.
you're in on this. Are you a content guy?
Yeah,
So
Yankees.
you're in on this Knicks thing.
He is
Yes, I
me
am.
in Yankee
Go Nate.
form. Like he gets crazy about the Yankees. That's why I like it. He's like,
You're a Yankee guy.
The Yankees have won 26 fucking.
I know.
27
I
world
actually
titles.
know everything he is because he's by far also Hubs is our most like where the like Syracuse is playing head to toe orange. Federer's on Federer hat. Like he's
also,
like-
just a quick little tidbit about him. He thought a rheumatologist was a doctor who designed rooms, which is maybe the stupidest thing I've ever
To be
heard.
fair, my mom is redoing my room, and she's also seeing a rheumatologist. So I just put 2 and 2 together and
was
thought,
like, oh,
why is a
you may
rheumatologist?
want to keep that.
That's pretty
info
dumb,
to
Hubs.
yourself. Like your mom is redoing. your
stand
room.
by it.
I was like,
Kinda
getting rid of
sounds
They
the
should
like
rename
something that maybe a full-time employee at Barstool like doesn't want to be
That's
like,
not a good look
my
for the
mummy
brand.
is redoing my room.
They
Keep
should rename that.
Maybe keep that to like your fucking self. And by the way, I thought I was responsible for hiring content guys. Apparently not. So congratulations. I had no idea Hubs was hired.
But explain the Nate thing. So Hubs gets a piece of Nate's
Yeah,
action
so
now.
Nate, we had a little dispute
that's huge
Barstool
that
where
you
Nate
declared
is
him
in the
content.
World Series of Poker, currently playing, and he said he's acting like he's doing off to a good start.
Won his first hand.
I got in an argument with Nate because it's an ad deal that Nate didn't pay a cent to go to Vegas. He didn't pay a cent to enter the tournament. It's all through Barstool. And then he was selling shares in himself, being like, if I'll give you like 10% for like $5,000, and trying to put the $5,000 into his pocket, which is a blatant.
He tried to sell me 5% for $1,500. I
Yeah.
asked him. I was like, "Yo, let me
I
get some
said,
action."
10%. I'll give you $1,000. He's like, no, it's way more than that. It's like, dude, you're already
He's
doing
charging
something
a
illegal.
300% markup on
Yeah,
himself, which
on
is
himself.
pretty cocky.
That's what he said. 300% markup on something he doesn't have the right to sell in the first place. So,
Would you hit him with the fucking
I sent
hammer?
a company-wide email that all of Nate's winnings will be split evenly amongst content employees. So whatever Nate wins, I guess Hubs gets a share of that. Obviously, people are clapping. They like that over there. Gay Pat's clapping.
I mean, if
he's
he-
not
if-
an employee, so I don't know what he's clapping about.
if he wins $8 million, it comes out to like
Yep.
200 grand a
And
person.
obviously, I don't know if we saw, but Tex is mad. Did you see Tex's prototypical? The interns on the second floor and people who don't even
Tex.
work are just as important as the guy who built this for 15 years. Not
Shut
true.
up.
Not true, Tex.
Yeah, that's just fun.
But they said that Nate has to get to. He has to like win all day Monday.
Oh, it's-
and then like on Thursday afternoon is the only chance he's even in the money. So he has to win for like 3 straight
Nate's
days.
pretty good. He's like got a weird mind. So
He's a great
never
man.
know. So go Nate, go team. The loudest sex couple in New York has been outed. The most complaints. They had, I think, 311. 300.
No. That's the number.
That's the
you
nut
call.
311 is what you call for
311.
sex
311's
complaints.
a real number.
Yeah, for,
It's
if,
like non-emergency complaints.
if your neighbor fucks too loud, you call it 311.
Wait a minute. That's a blog from Barstool. Like,
Yep. That's like maybe the first blog I ever read of yours. Old school.
What is the blog? Fill me
forever
in.
we
Fill
were
me in.
trying to get a 311 number.
Just like a complaint line?
Yeah, basically.
Basically, for shit like this.
It's like call
like
in.
it
What's your
exists.
problem? What do you got to bitch
Yeah,
about?
yeah, right. I didn't know it
And then
existed. Is
it was
this
funny.
new?
This is back when you were funny. It listed out like, here's when you call 911, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Here's when you call 311.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's. I think it might be a New York City thing. Just like
I don't
Philly
have.
had it.
I never seen heard of it before
blog
this.
still when I'm funny. The chap's heart attack blog was like so funny I almost died laughing at myself.
Almost had a heart attack yourself.
That was so fucking funny. I almost gave
fucking
myself a heart attack laugh. If you don't think that was funny, then you don't fucking know funny.
But this is. I mean, first of all, the fact that this.
They're gross, by the
It's
way.
like a
Yeah, they're
50-year-old
disgusting.
woman
That makes a difference.
and a 26-year-old dude. The guy's like half her age.
Nobody is that loud unless you're trying to be loud.
Correct.
She's a fraud.
You almost don't like when it's that loud. It's like,
No.
all right, enough,
Yeah,
babe.
you're right,
Like, I
right.
need a little bit of like encouragement.
I know my dick.
It ain't
like-
that good. It ain't
Yeah.
that good.
It's like Costanza. There's a Seinfeld episode when he thinks she's putting it on. He's like, all
laying on a
right,
little
yeah,
thick.
yeah,
A little too much.
But if they're
theatrics.
hot, listening to your neighbor's fuck is awesome.
Primo.
Anybody who calls
Yeah, if they're hot,
complains about that. But if you know they're
90,
ugly,
it's like
She looks like a painted pumpkin.
yeah.
This woman is revolting.
And it's like chicks who go on the like feminist walks. 99% of them are gross. If you're hearing complaints, all these complaints, it's not going to be hot people. No.
I think if someone is making that much noise, I think that's a red flag for you. Like she's lying to you. She's a liar. You're
Totally.
not good. There's
Totally.
nothing good
Absolutely.
going on.
Totally.
She's a liar.
Side note, I meant to ask this also, Barstool Radio. We have Loud Sean on the mic. We were hearing a story. Nate, another quick Nate story. He hired an Elvis impersonator.
For what?
And to like do a Nate
Nate
at night.
up
So
on
to
the
just
balcony.
sing to him?
Yes.
Yeah, on the balcony in
There's
Vegas.
a quick clip of it where he's just doing his Elvis thing and Nate's in the background dancing all awkwardly. It's something.
And he didn't want to pay cash to this guy. He thought he was
invoice
telling
it.
the Elvis impersonator, send me an invoice. Pretty sure that's not how the Elvis impersonators get paid.
This guy is living out the back of an El
Yeah,
Camino.
it's like it's literally like
Exactly.
getting a hooker in Vegas. Be like, just send me an invoice.
send
I'll
it to
take
the
care of that
company.
later. So I talked to him, and he said, "Loud Sean." He said, "You are now the budget guy. You approve."
No, I
everything."
heard that there was
He
a lot
threw
of
you right
a
under
lot
the
of
bus.
like false.
So he said he talked Loud Sean. $350 for half an hour.
That's insane.
But he
to the
said Loud
cleaners.
Sean said you have all the pocketbook strings and.
No, that was like I don't know where that side of it was coming from. The Elvis impersonator thing. Let me just give you the backstory on that. Everything he said about me, like saying I control the budgets or whatever, 1,000% not true.
Okay.
The thing with the Elvis impersonator was he told me that they were going out there. They had to do one video for the whole thing to go out there. They wanted to do 4 videos out there on Saturday. One of them he said he was trying to hook up a Nate at night. So he's trying to get like a real band to do it. No, couldn't get a real band. Once the real band fell through, I was under the impression that he was going to like an Elvis impersonator like that performed at like a casino or a lounge somewhere. So he's like, hey, if I can find an Elvis impersonator, we can go to him and shoot the video. Is it all right to pay him a little money? I was like, yeah, probably. And he's like, well, how much? I was like, I don't know, a couple $100. And
You thought it was gonna be like a company or something.
yeah, I thought
Not
it
like
was
a
going
dude
to
off the strip.
like a lounge of impersonators or like
Right,
somewhere.
right.
Like, I didn't know the impersonator was going to his hotel room. So I just told him like, I did tell him get an invoice. I said, yeah, I mean that sounds fine, couple $100. I didn't think you'd mind. And I thought he was like going somewhere to shoot a video with an impersonator.
I don't really mind paying an Elvis impersonator. It's crazy to think.
So the whole invoice thing too, though, like I didn't think it was like you
gotta read
a
the situation a little bit if
bachelorette
you're-
party Elvis guy coming to the hotel room
Yeah.
to sing to him on the balcony. I thought they were like going somewhere to do like
Just all
legitimate
it's so
stuff.
Right.
So like when he went on this like rant for a little bit, like I was like a little bit like what the hell's going on?
Interesting.
Right under the bus.
Who's
I-
paying
I'd
for the
also-
bottle service though? Where's that coming from? People are holding up signs that say Nate in the club.
Couldn't have been them.
I would
Nate,
like to
killing
take
it.
this time though to throw Nate under the bus a little bit.
Yes,
Can I do that?
please.
Come
All right,
on.
great.
All right,
So
let's go.
all day Saturday when this is going on, one of the videos that they wanted to do was like a cribs because their room was so like they had a really nice penthouse. So I text Nate just like I do most of the guys when they're out shoots, like how's it going? And he sends me long text about how Smitty has ruined the video. He doesn't want the footage out.
Always.
That's it's been the worst experience of his life. He doesn't want to work with Smitty ever again. Smitty is like it's like all I can show you the text. It's all just
God.
like Smitty's ruined this. This is the worst thing ever. He doesn't know what he's doing. So I waited. I was going to talk to you about this after I watched it. The stuff's hilarious. Like it's Smitty egging him. Like he basically wanted to do this Cribs video where he's like totally got the freaks in full force. He's just like throwing money at things and just like speaking in a weird fake accent. And Smitty's like, what the hell are you doing? Like the whole time. And at one point in the video, he just like snaps and is like, I'm done with this video. We're not finishing it. It's not going on the site. I don't want to see it. It's horrible. And like, I guess there was another point where props to the cameraman. They were arguing on the balcony, but they were still mic'd up. So he just goes like full spider monkey. And then she's just like yelling and screaming at Smitty. And the camera guy's like next to the curtains just filming him. So I don't know.
I mean, I
Nate
have
was
to
like
see
begging
this
me to
footage.
bury this footage, but
No,
I mean, obviously
no.
like, he
Put
just
it on
threw him
the
under the bus. So,
It is so
you
neat.
know.
Nate does have this weird thing where like he thinks he's Scorsese, and like so he wants to plan everything, and the stuff that happens organically, he
so
hates.
much better.
Right, but he hates.
And it was great.
So when do we see this?
I just finished it. If you want to watch it underneath, like it's pretty.
All-time great
Put it in
teasers.
or put it in
There's
like
no
in,
way
the
this can
rundown.
live up to what you just said. I can't wait to see it.
We can watch it right after. It's pretty good.
All right, I'm very excited. And if
Yeah.
it's good, can we put it in this?
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
is
it could
not?
be its own video. It could be in stool season. It could be this. Wherever.
Very, very
Put it
excited.
everywhere.
It's your call. I don't
I'm
make
very
the calls
excited.
here.
Those
Very-
two
very clear
fighting
on
on a
that.
balcony, not
Very-
knowing they're being filmed is incredible.
You ruined that entire thing. None of that's going on the website.
Okay.
Like, if you want to do the cribs video from the beginning, like, go ahead and do it. But the fact that you just have to be a fucking dickhead the entire time and you can't, like, do anything out of your element or anything different, you're just like a fucking asshole the entire time. Like, it's like impossible to work with you when you do that.
I want to see the text too. Like I'm done with Smell. He's
You don't know who's paying for the club. He's like club day guy
be the
now.
sponsor,
It's
right?
gotta be the sponsor. It's gotta
Yeah.
be. That's
mean-
Nate though. That is Nate. When Nate is like organic, he's just a fire factor.
This pump is unbelievable.
James Harden. This was, and I guess I don't get NBA shit. Like maybe I do, maybe I don't. I know Rone, you're a big NBA guy, but all right, James Harden, I thought was the most disgraced player in the playoffs this year, and it's been like 2 to 3 years in a row. I feel like he's disappeared in the playoffs, but this year, like that last game he put up was an MVP candidate when he like was just horrible. He wouldn't shoot. They got blown out by
He
100.
quits.
Yeah, he's a quitter.
And he gets rewarded with this contract. Is that just because there's not enough guys in the NBA? So they're just like, we'll be okay regular. Like, how does he get rewarded with that contract? What was it, $225 million?
Well, it's an extension. So the new
Whatever it
extension is
is.
170 over 4. His total contract will be 228.
So how do you give him an extent? Like what?
Because they were going to give him an extension anyway. They have the money, and it's like he will go to another team if they don't give him all that money.
But why do you want him?
The cap is everything. You have to like adjust because the cap is going through the roof. So when we see $42.5 million a year, it sounds preposterous, but that's just the way the NBA is trending now.
And also in the NBA, it's like so hard for your team to get good. Like there's so many teams that are shitty and there's so few that are good, and he is on one of the teams that is good, and he kind of makes them good, so they might as well just funnel all their resources through him. And if they like break it all down and take 10 years to rebuild like the Sixers are doing, like they're gonna have wasted everything they did. So now they have
It's
to
one of those
double, triple down.
moves
But
where
they're
it's like, I
never
don't think
gonna.
it's-
That guy's a loser.
Yeah,
He's
it's
never
one-
gonna
it's-
win.
That move is not going to work, but you have to do it in a weird way.
I'd rather do the Sixers. I'd rather be
Exactly,
back.
yeah.
It's like this guy is a loser. Like that guy is a loser.
And now they're going to get Carmelo to supplement him.
Another
loser.
That is crazy.
The fact that they have Chris Paul, who can't win in the playoffs,
Paul,
he's like
James Harden, and Carmelo.
Chris
Good
Paul's kind of
fucking
a
luck,
loser
pal.
himself.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
That's not a. It's
and
not a
going
good setup
from
right
loser
now.
to new winner, Sergio Wimbleton last thing wearing. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone wear the green jacket in
I
public.
asked this. Apparently, Bubba did it a couple years ago.
I hate him,
Yeah.
but wearing it to Wimbledon
So what happened? Sergio, who won the green jacket in golf, wore it
in
to
the crowd,
Wimbledon like it was just a dinner jacket.
Right, yeah,
Stuntin.
right. Yes.
That's insane. That's
He
like
looked-
wearing a WWE fucking
Yeah.
title belt out like
Yeah.
as your to hold your pants up.
Yeah, right. Literally what it was, without really acknowledging it either. Like he's just sitting there, like, yeah, I'm wearing a green jacket.
Just like
Big
spilling
deal.
on his
And I've
jacket.
said when we went to the
Mustard
Masters,
down the side.
I don't get impressed easily. When I went to the Masters and you saw a guy walking around in a green jacket at the Masters, you still like passed out. You're like, that fucking guy's dick is on the ground. His balls are dragging. I can't imagine just wearing it like to Wimbledon.
Is it kind of like your military coat though? It's like your big coat. It's like your coat that you have. Don't
What
you have like
military coat?
don't you have like a
The
military?
long, like,
Yeah.
beady one.
No, Masters? No, it's a blazer.
But I'm saying, isn't it like it's a ceremonial coat?
Yeah, but not. I mean,
It's not like a trophy.
A million people have those coats.
I got
Having
you.
that blazer or something else. Anything post show?
I mean, you got a hip put out on you. I don't know if you care about that.
The you mean
rigs?
Rigs. Yeah. So again, Barstool Radio. Not to. What's happening?
Smitty's just announcing that he's in the tournament now too, which I guess they were trying to keep as a secret but reveal.
Yeah, Smitty's also in the tournament.
So we also get his
So
winnings.
same thing.
Yeah.
Anything Smitty wins also goes to Barstool. So now
Should you let Smitty keep like a bigger percentage of his
No.
for not being sneaky like Nate was?
No, he couldn't even do it. Smitty, I don't think Smitty would do that, but same thing. So Smitty's in the World Series of Poker. All his winnings will also be divided equally amongst
Just
content.
all content people.
Yep.
Just down to the percentage point equal across the board.
Equal. Yeah, no, listen to Barstool Ray. We have a golf cart controversy with the golf boys, and there is a $1,000 bounty right now, cash, for anybody who runs rigs over with a golf cart.
That's fair. That sounds
awesome.
fair.
Rundown.
Sounds
It's a rundown.